Doing this room, I swear, was more stressful than like a whole entire house. Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going through a full bedroom update. So I have lived in this house for 3 years now, and when I moved in, I very much took the approach of slow furnishing, slow decorating. Pretty much took my apartment bedroom that I had been living with for 4 years at that point and just put it into the bedroom up here. But then as time went on and my boyfriend moved in here, the bedroom just was not working. It felt very much like a young 20-year-old's bedroom rather than someone who was about to be 29. And I'm not saying that the bedroom was ugly or anything, it just wasn't working spatially and organization wise. And also, again, just like I was kind of very over the decor. And once I get something in my mind, like it is time to do it. I'm very much a person who's like, I have this idea. If it works, yes, like let's go forward. So that was kind of the bedroom. During that month break that I took for pretty much the month of January, I was like, this will be a fun, quick, easy project. If you cannot tell by my tone, it was not fun, nor quick, nor easy. I kind of thought it would take like 2 weekends to put the whole thing together, and I was very wrong. The first step in all of this was to rearrange and organize the bedroom. As I said, my boyfriend had moved in 2 years ago, and him moving in was very quick and sudden, although we had like been dating for a long time. So there's a hair that I cannot remove from my face. Okay. So as I said, my boyfriend had moved in 2 years ago, and we didn't really consider like, is this bedroom the setup for 2 people? So I had the idea to move furniture around to hopefully bring some more space and just work better with like the flow that we needed. So before actually moving the furniture, we had to clean out all of our stuff. And although I had done a lot of deep cleans previously the year before, I still got rid of a lot of clothes. My boyfriend got rid of a lot of his stuff too that he just really didn't go through before moving in. So it was just a necessary step for us to do. Then once all that was completed, we were able to move the furniture. And even this one simple step completely changed the room. It immediately just felt more open and airy, and like it made sense. Moving the 2 dressers closer to the closet kind of felt like a full changing area, and moving the bed against the blank wall just had a nicer path. Like it just works so much better. Originally, I wanted to go with like a deep, moody color and kind of make it a very moody sort of room. But upon like further thought, the room doesn't get a ton of light like totally throughout the day, so I felt it might feel too dark. And I also wasn't about to rip up the carpet that's in there, so we kind of nixed that idea. And then we kind of landed on maybe like a tangerine color. In my heart of hearts, I could not paint the walls in orange. I just couldn't do it. So we went with a neutral wall. I kind of said like, what if we painted the walls like a beautiful cream color, did a dark molding, and then we can have pops of green and orange, kind of melding both our ideas together. So we went off to Home Depot, bought some paint. So again, me being me, I had some time after work and was like, let's get to painting. Let's see what this is. And I'm happy that I did kind of like go forward and start painting because of all the other paint drama. But this would prove to be one of like the most stressful things. Doing this room, I swear, was more stressful than like a whole entire house. So with that said, I will roll to the clips of the paint saga. Okay, so when I look at it through the camera, it looks, oh, there we go. Okay, you see how like if it's focused on my hand, it looks way more yellow? And then if we focus back on the wall, I don't know, it's just looking a little too warm and yellow. Okay, so it's been like 2 hours since I started this, and this is what the wall looks like. I think it's lightening a little so it's not so yellow, but also, I don't know. So I decided to paint a small section of the molding with the brown, and I also hate the brown. So this is not going as I would have hoped. In my head, it was beautiful, gorgeous, and right now it's just giving ugly. We then switched to a completely different color and got this green color that's called Desert Hot Springs, again from Behr from Home Depot. I will note that I've used Behr pretty much everywhere in this house and have not had any issues until this project. I get the green. Next day, time after work, let's go paint it. Wow, this smells super weird. And I thought maybe opening a window, the smell would dissipate, and it just didn't. It just continually smelled like throw up and wet cardboard. I need to stop the project just because I want to get the project done and get this moving and figure out why the heck this paint smells like this. And so it turns out that if your paint smells like throw up, it has bacteria in it. I was going to like throw a tantrum at this point. It meant I needed to buy a third can of paint. We now have to buy the primer that kind of like seals the wall so you're not breathing in bacteria, and then buying another can of paint. Luckily, when we went back to Home Depot, the customer service girl like gave us no issues, was literally just like, ew, and processed the return, so that was totally fine. We got Desert Hot Springs again and started painting. And then finally we were like moving and shaking at this point. Obviously the brown trim that I had used was not going to work in the new room, so we had to buy white trim paint. This is a great example of slow furnishing, slow decorating. Take things one step at a time. I know you may want to rush through things. I am totally that person. But you're also then going to wind up spending like over $100 on non-usable paint. Before all this, I was very like, let's buy new furniture, and then kind of thinking more of it, it's super expensive, obviously, to do that. My mom is super crafty with this stuff called chalk paint that you can repaint furniture in like basically any color. So I recruited her to this whole project and was like, hey, can you find some chalk paint in a deep espresso color that I can use to repaint some of the furniture? So she came over with her chalk paint. We did all of like the prep work that you need to do for it and got to painting. We also added some antique gold handles to it, which was like a whole other thing. I was ready to spend like over $100 on some handles because I thought I couldn't like find the right ones. But finally, after searching for like hours of handles, I found these really nice antique gold brass that I just feel like kind of bring the room together. I am about to go to bed when I looked over at my dresser that I just bought those beautiful handles for, to realize I have 8 dresser drawers and not 6. It was a pack of 6 and I was like, yes, oh my god, the deal. And now I have to buy another pack of 6 to only use 2. So that took care of that dresser. The other one in the room we actually just completely left alone, and then what I'm going to call the lingerie dresser, even though it was my mom's literally from 6th grade. She's had this to mine to now holds my boyfriend's stuff, and I just repainted it in like this glossy emerald green, and I am in love with how it looks. Spray painted the handles and knobs on there, a hammered gold to kind of match the gold hardware on the opposite dresser. But I think just adding like the pop of green kind of gives like a very elevated look to the room. We also painted the headboard in the paint that was the brown paint that was supposed to be the trim, and I didn't love the reddish brown that there was, and I just thought it needed something else. So I found this fabric that had like kind of like 70s mid-mod vibes, and I felt like that was kind of like the room vibe we were going for. So again, thanks to my mom and stepdad, we built a little frame for the fabric, wrapped the fabric around it, and then nail gunned it into the headboard. No one trusted me with the nail gun, which was fine. I can't even count how many handles I needed, so why would I be trusted with power tools? But I love this headboard. Like, I can see through right now to the headboard. It really brought the room together, and adding this fabric inlay, it just makes me feel like I'm in a hotel. Like, it feels so fancy for like what it is. Actually, let me stop rambling about everything and just like, let's do a little tour. So that is the room reveal. I absolutely love it. There are a few things still outstanding, so I would say this is probably 80% completed. Some of the stuff is back ordered or it's being created, so it's just gonna take a bit more time, and I wasn't sure when those things were going to get here, and because this is like pretty much the room, I figured let me put this together and then I can just do an update at a later date. So obviously this wall behind me that is completely, it's just a green walnut. Right now it's giving very much green screen vibes. We'll have a console table that looks like the Isobel console table from Urban Outfitters. Thankfully, my stepdad is an amazing woodworker, and I was like, hey, do you think you could create something like this? So he's currently working on building that. And then I am still debating whether I want to put a TV above the table or just a painting. I like really do want a TV in here, but I know that is a slippery slope, and if I have a TV in here, I probably would never leave. So it's probably going to be a painting, but if you see a TV, you know I'm weak and I've given in to my base desires. So that is this wall, and also just to reiterate, the fact that we have 2 pieces of new furniture going in here is insane considering where we started from. We have a snake rug, which when I told this to my mom just before, she was like, okay, it's cool. Like, it's not weird. It's a very cool rug, but it is on back order from Wayfair. That is kind of gonna go in this like dressing area just to kind of like break up this very boring, ugly beige carpeting that I have going on here. And just, you know, some other like pieces of art and knick-knack things. But I absolutely love like this wall here. I think this area turned out so pretty and just such a cute little vibe. The squiggle mirror is from Urban Outfitters, so are the moon clasps for the curtains, and the little candle set that will go on the console, also from Urban Outfitters. Anything that I have that like I purchased that I can find a link to, I will link in a like blog post down below, so if you're interested you can go buy it too. But this headboard, like, I love this headboard so much. I'm also getting matching pillows for it, but we are keeping this fox one because I absolutely love foxes. Although for all the stress and everything, I am really glad we did this because of how happy the room makes me now, and it was definitely a bit outside my comfort zone to go with the greens and the browns and the oranges when most of my house is like gray, black, white, you know, like very simple, like industrial modern, and this is like definitely pushing that like mid mod theme, which I definitely do love. Like I love mid mod so much. So to be able to like kind of bring that into this room makes me very happy. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We are pretty close to 600 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok for just daily life updates, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.